Welcome to Everything Currency. I'm your host Jay, and today I just want to take a walk with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done a crypto walk in a minute. Man, things have just been popping off so crazy behind the computer. Like, I've been stuck with my eyes, like just glued to the charts and just like everybody else, trying to make these things happen and try to make this money out here in this market. So, a couple things I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about two original things, but I want to add one at the end that's very important that has to do with CZ and Binance, and a coin that actually just got added to Binance that's not supposed to have any value. So that's pretty crazy. But the first thing I want to say is I had someone ask me, and a lot of people keep asking me, like, man, why do you keep on saying cryptocurrencies are risky? Why is this so risky? Blah, 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 blah. So I just want to say the reason why this is a risky space is because cryptocurrencies are just software that's being developed. So this is the reason why we look for projects that are working on the GitHub. We look for projects that are updating and stuff like that, because it's all just software. We look for projects that have a product ready. You know, if your software is ready for people to use it, it's ready for people to start building on top of it, or even better, if people are already building on top of it. That's why these things are super risky, because this software can fail. You know, like, we're only counting, like, in the end of the day, like I said, I think only there's going to be a couple, a handful of oracles. There's going to be a handful of platform coins. There's going to be a handful of crypto. There's going to be a handful of all of them, in each category throughout crypto that survive. And, of course, they're going to be the ones at the top. But just compare it to how the market is for traditional markets. Like, you have, like e-commerce, you have Amazon's on top, and then you got Shopify that does it a little bit differently, and then you got Overstock.com and Walmart, and and they just trickle down, and there's only a couple of them. You don't have, you have a bunch of them, but there's like 5 or 6 that are multi-billion-dollar companies, as far as being on top. So I expect the same thing to happen for crypto. So, and another question that I get is, I always say that for me, I try not to really look at the team, because that in the long run, like, yeah, it's cool if they have people on the team who are like, oh, this guy is considered a genius or whatever, that's great. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that guy's gonna fail right now. You know what I mean? I'm just focusing on what the whole project is doing as a whole. And you can have a genius founder, but if your marketing guy is not a genius, you're not going to be able to sell that product. So that's just another thing to think about. And if your product sucks and your marketing guy is a genius, you probably will still sell a lot. Just look at BitConnect. Like, people who were in that thing and they were convinced, they were loving it. There's still people to this day. I had to say that. To this day, there's still people to this day who are in love with BitConnect. And if I talk shit about BitConnect on Twitter, some BitConnect community is going to come and be like, nah, bro, the blockchain's still running. So that's just something to think about, why it's so risky, and the founders. And the last thing I want to say is, this might be the beginning of a bubble, because we have stuff over here that's not even supposed to be worth anything, worth something. Now, I'm gonna try to put the link in the description for an article talking about YFI. And the thing that's interesting about this coin, I don't know, as a matter of fact, come to think about it, but first let me tell you the story. So this coin YFI, that coin that has a low supply, and everybody's saying, hey, it's going to be the same price as Bitcoin one day. There's only like, I think, 8 million of the tokens available. It went from like $2,000, it's like $6,000 right now. It's a DeFi coin. And there was an article that CZ retweeted, and this is why I saw it, because CZ retweeted and he was laughing. And it said, this coin got added to Binance and it did a 50% increase. And CZ was laughing at it. I said, why is this guy laughing? I clicked on the article, I read it, and it says the coin's not even supposed to have value. That the creator of the coin says that it's not supposed to. I don't know how real the article is, but if it is real, just stuff like that floating around is like, what? Okay, we're starting the beginning of this whole bull run. There's gonna be like, pretty soon we're gonna start finding out a couple projects that are scams, a couple projects gonna start, exit scamming. See, what happens is the project could be around for a while, but they haven't made any money yet. The market starts picking up, and if, like, for example, look at DOS. I don't think it's a scam, but I still don't know. But imagine if it was a scam. They had $1 million market cap. They did all this marketing. People like me started getting a hold of it, started making money, started getting happy. And now the market cap is $60 million. So just think about that. That's when a scam will exit scam. They say, oh yeah, there's not all that liquidity that they could sell it to, but it's like, hey, I can probably take off with like a couple $1 million right now. So I think we're gonna see some coins start exit scamming. So just be ready. And the last thing I want to talk about, because a couple people asked me as well, is before I get up out of here and complete this little short walk, the last thing I want to talk about is that, if you're new, or if you're looking at and you're wondering how much is a good investment, how much is a good investment, how much is a good investment, like, honestly, in my opinion, you're not ready to invest yet. If you're still not sure how much is a good investment, you're not ready to invest yet. You need to start looking up how to invest your money. Don't just start throwing money around everywhere. Like, trust me, that's the quickest way to lose money. Even when you have an opportunity like this in front of you, where you can make 1,000% gains in a month, if you make the right moves and you get into the right coins, you can do all that. But if you don't really know how much of your paycheck you should be throwing in, if you can't really decide for yourself, hey, you know what? I got paid today and I'm thinking I'll risk this much, because you are taking a risk with that money. It's the same thing as if you were to take that money and try to open up a business. You are taking out a risk. And if you're trying to make money, keep in mind that this is a business. Trading is a business. You have to treat it as such. You can't go into the business without a plan. So you have to have a plan. Hey, if you want a good book to read about how to get started in trading in abundance, I suggest you look for a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And in that book, they talk about 1/10 of your income. That's what you have to invest when you're just getting started in the beginning. 1/10 of your income should go to generating yourself some wealth. So if you're looking at how much you should put into some coins, 1/10 of your income. Every time you get paid, pick a different one. Pick 5 that you really like. This isn't financial advice, but this is what I do. Pick 5 you really like, and 1/10 of your income until you have all 5, and then keep accumulating those 5. Once you feel like you got enough, go on to the next batch. So I hope this video really helps some people out. I'm not out here just saying, hey, let's pump these coins and stuff like that. Like, no, we need to get financially literate. We need to get ready to bring in this bread and ride this crypto wave out, so that when crypto is the future, we up in front of everybody in front of that future, and we're living good. And that's the whole purpose. Y'all have a good day. Till next time. Peace.